Smoke rolling out the window.
Yes.
Just been vibing with my kinfolk. You been on my mind, I can't pretend, no. On my mind, I can't pretend, no. Smoke rolling out the window. Just been vibing with my kinfolk. You been on my mind, I can't pretend, no. On my mind, I can't pretend, no.
Yes.
If you don't want it, what you here for?
Yes.
Can I be the one you send for?
Yes.
It ain't easy, but it's simple.
Yes. Oof.
Whew. Hey, what's up? This is your host and your favorite multifaceted black girl, Alexandra Alexis.
Hey.
Alongside me, we got the super talented, raw, problematic, and unfiltered co-host, Black Nasarima.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
We got Save Our Souls, Brady.
SOS.
We got some new Naga.
Naga. Let's get it. Let's get it.
On the couch, we got Soon.
Soon,
Yes.
Jade.
We got Lucid in the house.
Dr. Deuce.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
And behind the scenes, we got the visionaries Nova.
My man.
Yes, sir.
And we got Jones.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
And
yes,
we got
Lord.
Pascal on the live streaming
Yes,
of
sir.
Past
Yes,
Thoughts
Let's go,
episode
Pascal.
2.
Trap your dreams, you know what I'm saying? Trap your dreams. Yo, that shirt fire. Nobody can
Trap
see his
your
shirt, but it's fire though. Trap your dreams.
On the live,
Let's get it.
shout out to everybody on our live streaming at Past Thoughts.
Black people time, sorry. Black people time.
Oh my
Always black
God.
people time.
Black people, we run on energy. We don't run on time.
That's a bar.
Bar and a half.
So how you guys feeling? How's everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Good.
Beautiful.
Tired? You was recording today.
Yes, I was.
Oh, fire.
That shit
You got
was
some
hard.
heat on the way.
That shit
I
was
got some
hard.
shit coming, you know. Stay tuned.
That's what's
So
up.
we're going to start off with Soulja Boy. You.
Young Draco. Young
Young
Draco. Put
Young
respect on Young Draco's name. Yeah. Put respect on Young Draco's name.
You can't
So
hide the
yo,
funk.
let's jump into it. Did he have the biggest comeback?
Drake! Hide the world from the kid, but the kid can't hide his world from him? What? I guess that's some extra shit.
Yo. Whatever he was popping before that interview, I need some of that. Because he was
Vitamins.
really on some next energy.
Can I just say
Confidence.
some shit real quick? Drake really took Soulja Boy's whole flow, though.
All right, so
Tell
Are we
me
really gonna-
what's really going on. Jersey back up and this bitch was ready.
He did
What's
not take his
happening?
flow.
That was Soulja Boy's exact bar.
I don't know
But
if
did
it
you
was the- I
listen
don't know
to
if
the
it was the
song?
exact
It
same
was
bar.
not.
It's exactly the
No,
same.
it's not.
Nah,
We heard
It's
it.
exactly the same. Now we're gonna play right now.
the only elements that are the
Somebody
same is the tell me and the what's happening.
That part is the Soulja
That's the
Boy
only
cut.
similarity, though.
That's the thing is Drake took it from.
I feel like
Soulja
we're
Boy.
only making it a big deal because it's Drake and we know about it. Like,
Yeah, Drake has a track record.
like
Been like,
Oh
yeah.
my
it's,
God.
that's not even what I was
I'll play
saying. That's
later.
not even what I was
It's
saying.
2019. Like, is stealing flows even still a thing?
Yes.
Like, no, it's not though, because people adapt and take a lot of people's flows and a lot of people's old type of music. That's sampling. People do that a lot over
That's
the
the difference
generations.
between sampling and taking
But
someone's
Steve,
flow.
when you're saying
like-
stealing a flow. That doesn't make any sense. Can
Yeah.
you break down
You know
the
what the
definition of
problem
stealing
was?
a
If
flow?
he'd have changed up the words, fine. But he took the exact same words, bro. It's
What?
literally Soulja. He took
words.
the exact. Tell me
and
what's
what's
really
happening.
going on. That whole shit is Soulja to there. Jason back up in this bitch. Soulja back in this bitch already. What's happening? That's literally word for word, bar for bar. Soulja Boy
Bar
shit. He
for
put
bar?
his
Was
name.
that even a bar?
But come on, like you can't act like that wasn't a key part of his song. Like that's a
So
whole
my
tone
question
for the
is,
song.
if he would have replaced the words, y'all wouldn't have been as mad. How y'all feel about T-shirt by the Migos?
What do you mean?
17.5, same color T-shirt.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
know
shorty
they
low
took
bar.
that. I know.
We not
I
blasting.
know.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
We not
question.
blasting Migos. That's what I'm saying. We making
Like,
a big
Let me ask you a
deal.
question,
Drake.
though,
Do this all
Black. Do
the
you
time.
think they was paying homage, or do you think they was just blindly like, you know what I'm saying? I hope nobody
So
knows.
Drake was
playing hard.
blindly.
They're both
What was Drake
himself.
blindly doing? Drake, that was the
I
beginning
didn't
of his
say he
career.
was blindly doing that. I didn't say that. All I'm saying is that I feel like with the Migos, with the T-shirt, I feel like they was paying homage more so.
You feel that?
I don't know.
I mean, they from the South, so I understand it. But like, let's not. I mean, it's inspiration. That happens all the time. Music, like we've all
I
heard
guess.
Drake's Never Recover bar, right? His
what?
Never. I had a 19 and it folded in my pocket. We not gonna act like everybody in the world and take that flow, and no one's calling it out.
And not
What
even
flow
that.
is
Let's
What
not.
flow is
and-
that?
Yo, can you cue that up?
What flow
And
is
instead
that?
of even
Pass
saying
off,
that,
yo.
like Drake, I think there's a difference between stealing flows and maybe being influenced and, chilling with niggas and adapting to a new type of sound and putting niggas on. Drake has been putting people on since the beginning of his career. So I love when people say that.
Shit. Yes, indeed.
Like,
right?
they'll just say,
never
like,
recover.
yeah, Drake
Never
is
recover.
Drake
Oh,
is
yeah,
stealing
done.
flows. He has a track record of doing this. Like, what does he have a track record of doing?
Can I
Making
say
fire
that-
songs?
Can I say that since he
You're
got
such a
on
Drake
the
stan.
Versace remix,
Oh,
the
D.
whole next tape he was using that flow.
He
What
was.
his next album? After,
It wasn't.
After
It wasn't
Versace?
views. It
wasn't
was.
views, it was,
Nothing was. It
Nothing
wasn't
was
that
the
either.
same?
Nah. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yes.
Yeah. He ran with that whole flow.
tape,
Yeah.
He took that Migos flow and ran.
Yeah. That's a fact.
What?
Nah,
I'm telling
That
you.
whole tape?
From Versace on, Drake has taken that flow, and yeah, he's still done his
Drake makes it
singing
better.
nigga shit, but he has used that flow since Versace.
Now, Phil, you got to be careful. You're talking to a Drake stan,
To
so
a full stan, bro.
anything
A
you
full
say
stan.
is not
And
what
I'm in
you
a room
say.
full
like,
of Drake haters.
Nobody
I'm not-
hates Drake.
I'm not a
Drake
Drake
hater.
hater.
I love Drake.
Nah, you guys, I don't know how you
love
love
Drake.
Drake, but you to be the first one to say Drake has been doing this his whole career. Like, what has Drake been doing?
I
Is
for one could say that, like, I like Drake, but damn, like, he really
Damn,
doing
what?
this a lot. Like,
A lot.
he bodies everything he touches. Damn, he makes
that's
everything
true,
golden.
too.
Damn, that sucks.
We're not arguing. We're not
Like,
arguing.
what are you guys mad about? You see the disrespect? The disrespect?
Yo,
Like, what?
how I think my man was really choking out.
Like, you good? Nah, I knew he was being extra.
Take that.
Team extra.
Watch your mouth.
Whatever. Y'all haters. Your favorite rappers love Drake. Your favorite rappers chill with Drake.
Anyway.
Y'all messed with Monster, right? By 21 and Bino.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
all.
listen
Ooh,
to
that
track,
song
right?
is so
That shit is
fire.
That song is
Bino's whole
man.
verse is a Drake flow.
Is it really?
Yo, put up Never Recover, bro.
Honestly,
It's a
like
Drake.
Drake says,
I forgot about
niggas
this.
talk about him. They
I
get
got you
clout.
right
Wait, what was the
And
line
then-
he said? Tell me the line
Which one
exactly.
right now?
The one he was referencing in Pusha T about basically how niggas will still win whether they talk about him. Damn, I gotta get the line. I'll get the line.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna get the line.
Yeah, this flow right here.
Look, I bring no money, they change up the topic. I got it in 10 and it fold in my pocket. She gave me
And they know, mind you, Drake, they know all your lyrics. Every single one of your bars, word for word.
I ain't no Drake hater.
Look at them, Lucid over there,
hate Drake.
pumping.
Throw on Monster by Bino. Throw on Monster
I fully
by
accept
21
that
actually.
Drake is
My apologies.
a great rapper, but when you have a flow that you didn't have to cultivate yourself, plugging in the words is secondary. You know what I mean? So it's half the work. He's a talented artist, so he could do that. Drake could do anything he wants in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I'm not gonna say what has he created because he's done a lot.
Oh,
but
he's created a whole bunch.
Created a lot.
But I know what you're saying. It's
You know what
like
I mean?
it's kind of like
I don't know what you mean.
riding the wave. Like you
But-
be riding the wave.
every
everybody
hot
rides
artist
the
that
wave.
comes out, do they have a Drake verse?
But everybody rides the wave. You could even say
That's what I
Beyonce
just
rides,
said.
like Beyonce rides the wave. You know the whole, like her last album 444. That
That's
I mean,
not her
the Carters. My bad.
I was like, when she get start rapping
I'm
and
thinking about
shit?
Jay-Z.
He was dropping bars on 444.
No,
Like,
I'm talking
Beyonce?
about the Carters. Like she did the whole
The trap shit.
the whole trap shit. Like
Yeah.
everybody does that.
Yeah, I like the album was okay. It was a strong okay for me. I love Jay-Z's verses. I don't know if y'all
I
heard
thought
that
Summer
album,
was
The
the best
Carters.
song.
I don't know if
Carters
any of
is
y'all heard
great.
it.
It's a
I
good
thought it
album.
was
It's a
good.
good album.
Like some of Beyonce's things like was missing me a little bit, but like I still thought it was. I still thought it was a decent project.
I
it was
just think
cool.
a lot of artists do that. And I think you guys like to hone in. And maybe you guys aren't Drake haters, but I think people like to ride the wave of like honing in on all this bullshit.
Nah, you know what it
Like,
is?
it's like this for me. And it's like every time Drake is brought up, three niggas so
No.
passionately talk about this nigga
But
with
it's not.
such vengeance
But
in
it's
their
not
voice.
that. But you're
And I'm
gassing
like,
it. Hold on.
I'm gassing it. I'm gassing it.
Hold on. But it's not that though. When it comes to Drake, Drake is the best. He's the biggest. You always gonna get the most heat when you are the biggest and you are at the top of your game. You're always
right.
gonna be.
You're right.
You're gonna get niggas at you. So you can't. And Drake talks a lot of shit.
Not
Drake
really.
be,
Not as much as a lot of. Okay,
Drake
you talk
don't be
shit,
talking
but
reckless
y'all
in his
be
talk.
saying-
Drake talk
Drake
shit.
talks reckless
Drake be
in
talking
every bar or every shit he spit.
But reckless
talking
in the
disrespectful.
But I
He
feel like
talks
disrespectful
very
in the sense of like,
disrespectful.
this is where I'm at. Y'all niggas need to catch
No,
up.
he's more
Like,
saying like, nigga, y'all is pitiful. Look where I am.
He
nigga.
said
like,
it's 6
I'm a
o'clock.
rap god.
What did he
Like,
say? I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot the
Pitiful.
song. But he said that
Yeah.
at 6
Talking
o'clock
shit.
I'm going into work. My haters is arriving. He said 6 o'clock I'm going to the studio. My haters is arriving to work. I was like,
that's his reality.
I know, but that imagine me driving into work, nigga.
So you guys are haters. You guys are haters.
Anyway,
so you're describing to me why you're a hater.
Whatever.
All right, cool.
Whatever.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pass the aux. Next topic. Pass the aux.
Oh my goodness. They just all right. So Middle Child just released last night.
Ooh.
J. Cole.
Thank you.
Heat.
How were you guys? How did you guys? I loved it. I thought that track was.
Heat.
Oh, he's warming up.
What y'all think about the name, Middle Child?
I thought it was
Fire.
fire. Beautiful.
Fire.
Beautifully what
Fire.
it represents, how he's in the middle
And he
of
really is.
the younger generation and the old school generation. I love that that balance, you know, and I think a lot of people our age can feel that balance. We resonate with that because it's like it's real. Like we be having old niggas and young niggas on this side, so I think it's a perfect title for it.
I'm not gonna hold you. I thought before I listened to the song, I thought Middle Child. Well, before I listen, because I heard the song and you got to hear it again and listen to
Yeah.
it. So I thought Middle Child was like, kind of like a thing where he was, I'm in between two, like the Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Like that's what we always say in this generation. Like
never
he's the
thought about
middle
it like
child. I feel like a lot of times people say Kendrick or Drake and Cole's kind of like, they throw him in there, but it's not
Yeah.
before Kendrick or Drake. So I think,
I feel like
That's
it's
what I
always
thought.
Kendrick Cole. Like I thought the argument was never Drake was
Oh,
in there.
Drake-
I thought-
Drake-
Like,
Drake
I
is
think
always in
amongst
there.
rapidy rap niggas, it's Cole and Kendrick. But amongst
general public.
the general
Yeah.
public, it's Drake
Yeah.
and Kendrick.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
would like a
People
lot
throw
of people would
respect
say
on-
Drake and
People
Kendrick.
People throw respect on Jake.
No,
Yeah.
for real, people really don't.
So he said,
People
he
really
was
don't.
chatting in the song. He's like, yo, niggas is
So
sleeping
y'all,
on me.
so like based off of that song, do y'all think that because it sounds like he's
And you
ready
know
for
what he
the
also
throne?
is doing for Middle Child? Sorry to interrupt.
That's all good.
I think he's connecting both worlds too, in a sense. He's connecting the whole drugs and what people like to do now, and the whole Jay-Z like that business, also that like mogul of like talking to the kids and like, so it's the same thing about being a middle child of like the two generations, but I think he's honing in both worlds where he could connect to both worlds as well. Like I be with y'all when you're doing your drugs and you're sipping your lean and shit like that. I'll take a sip or two, but my mind be where the businessmen are. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to talk to y'all niggas like how the businessmen are. So I think
Yeah.
he's also in that middle area too.
So let me ask
Oh, sorry.
let me ask you a question. You think that hearing this, right, and just hearing off of KOD and just all the features that he's had, is he gonna have the best year of 2019 as a hip hop artist? Can we call it now, or is it too early?
we need to stop putting that in the air. Like, just let him do his shit. Like,
I feel that.
just
I
let
feel
him
that.
do it. It's just a time period for him. This is like, honestly, to us, it's like 2019, but Cole has been working on this for like, it's just the timing, you know? So just let him have his time. Like,
Yeah.
he's definitely taking over right now, though.
Definitely, I
I
think
know
so,
he's
too.
gonna, he's leaving a mark on this time period.
He already did.
Yeah,
you
he
know,
already
I've been
did.
listening to Cole since 8th grade. You know,
Yeah, he
and his
solidified.
message has always been consistent. So it's like, yeah, he's ready. Like I think he's ready.
And he's not playing. He's not giving it up. He's really gonna talk his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like KOD was just the beginning. Whew,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Revenge of the Dream Chasers looks fire.
How many
Dreamers?
people are?
I keep saying
Revenge
Dream.
of the Dream Chasers.
Dreamers.
Yo,
Yo,
and
throw
I
Meek
said
on
that
the
before,
tape.
and Brady was like, "You better not say that on the podcast." And then I literally say it again.
How many people does he have on that joint? Like
A lot.
mad
The
people.
features
Yeah.
are
Like
crazy.
20. I saw like 20 names on that shit. Like,
Nigga, yo, tell me how my idealistic ass was checking my phone. Like, isn't it gonna hit me? I can pull up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I
And
want
not
to be
only
in
a lot
5
of
years.
artists,
Like,
he has a lot of producers
Yes,
in
a
there.
lot of
yeah, I know,
producers.
right?
Yo,
You know
this
you've
is
been
gonna
with the
be
same
heat.
three
And then
dudes.
his album's coming. What's the name of his?
I think it's the fall off.
The Fall
I'm
Off?
not entirely sure, but I think it's the fall off though. Like, but if
Wasn't
it,
that supposed to be before KOD?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So it was already somewhat done.
yeah. It's probably it's probably done.
I'm mad full. I had mad Subway.
I think it's
I
nasty.
had mad Subway.
He did not eat fresh.
You ate fresh?
Like, fresh as hell. Rotisserie chicken.
Oh my god.
Subway's sponsored.
Chicken from the Subway.
What were you saying though?
The fall off. Because Phil said if the fall off was before KOD, and
It was supposed to be.
it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I think the last track on the album is the interlude to the fall off or what they were.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
the track list was saying.
Yeah, I think so
But,
too.
yeah, you know this dude Cole got work in his stash. He's just not dropping because
Oh.
remember he got a label to worry about
Yeah.
and their exposure. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's
So,
definitely true.
The thing that I think about a lot about artists and stuff when it comes to their music, particularly, is all these artists probably have a plethora of songs that they cannot
Sitting
release.
on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about like how much music that they're actually sitting on, and they just gotta bypass all the politics and bullshit that comes with it. But yo, they're probably sitting on heat. Like what?
Yeah. They're probably sitting on a
working.
lot of music.
I just. No, say what you're saying.
No, but like even Ye was saying that him and Young Thug have so many records, like
Yeah.
so many unreleased records, and it's just like, what are you doing with it? Like Kendrick and Cole, I feel like that album's already done.
That's not done.
Nah, I feel like it's done.
They
It's
said
not
it-
done.
They said that they're not even. That's not.
That's not done.
That's
I
not
feel like
They
they're
probably
waiting for
got
the
3
right
tracks
timing.
done. They
I
got
don't
3
even
tracks
think they
done.
have- I don't know.
Probably.
I just only can guess.
If there's one album
not
that could
done.
change the world, that's the album.
But think about it. When
More like change-
when
that
J.
change
Cole dropped For Your Eyes Only, Kendrick dropped what's it called?
Talking about the Project Damn.
Yeah, he dropped Damn. They were kind of on the same, more conscious wavelength, talking to, you know what I mean? Tracks like Blood and
Like
everything off of. Honestly.
I kind of
Like
see what you're
Pride
saying,
and-
but like in terms of, I think there's a difference only because with For Your Eyes Only, it was more of a story. Not Damn was a story as well, but J. Cole actually kind of I felt like with For Your Eyes Only, he sacrificed the mainstreamness and he kind of went like, yo, I'm just gonna tell a story. I don't give a fuck who bumping this. This is like some real
Cole does that
intimate
a lot,
shit.
though.
Like, he really went super introspective though with that project particularly, So I think that's what
Since
separates
they
that.
were both in that introspective space, do you think they could have worked together at that point, or is that too personal of the time for an artist to?
I think maybe they would have been around each other, kicked some ideas, chilled in the studio together, but I don't think they got songs done, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's going to be coming out for another couple years cuz
I hope it
everybody
does.
like the way these labels are working, like Kendrick's not even going to put out an album this year because Q's
don't know
album got to
that.
come out.
No,
Nah,
yeah, yeah.
No.
It's Q's
Top
album.
Dog said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Nah, Kendrick, he just dropped Damn. He got awards for it. This dude got a Pulitzer Prize. He got features. Kendrick got to
Damn.
chill for a little.
If Drake doesn't put out an album, this might be Cole's year. This might be Cole's
Even
year.
if Drake
does put out an
puts out an
album.
album, he put out an album last year.
But that's amongst us. I'm talking about like it depends. If Drake Drake always hits right before summertime, runs the whole summer. So if this album is like a really like a banger, like one of his classics, it might be a heavy load. People might forget Cole because once 2019 comes to an end, they're gonna just be thinking about Drake.
Drake's best album was Nothing Was the Same. After that,
Debatable.
it's
That's true. To me.
I thought
think so? That's
to me,
his best-
that's his best
to
album.
me nothing was the same.
That's his best album.
To me, that was the closest he's touched to a classic.
yeah, I think that is a classic. To be honest with you, in terms of Drake, I think it's a classic.
How More Life was fire.
No, I only liked
More Life
family.
was-
Family close.
Now he had a
That
couple.
was-
He had a lot of.
Family-
On that though.
That was on.
Yeah,
More
yeah, that
views,
wasn't
that's
on there.
views, that's
He had a
views.
couple.
More
He had a
like,
lot of
Blind,
rhythms
that's-
on there. You know what I'm
that's-
saying?
That
Like
was,
more
that
like
was a
vibes.
summer hit.
No,
It was
he
a
had-
summer
Yeah, that
hit.
was. He literally called it
He
a
had,
playlist.
He had, I don't know, he had it. I don't know. I fucked with it.
I didn't think it was. I didn't fuck with it enough to be like, yo, this is a classic. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like,
didn't think Take Care was a classic?
Take Care.
Y'all didn't think it was a
Take Care
classic?
was
I don't think it was better than Nothing Was the Same.
Take Care was a different
Okay.
era for me though. That was a different Drake era.
I don't
That
know,
was just
I'm
like
kind of over talking about Drake.
anyway.
You're sick?
Um,
You're sick? Oh,
I
This
know.
man.
guy Drake flooding the air.
Yo,
Drake,
you
you're
see the
great.
hate? You feel the energy in
You're
the room?
great, but let's
Just a
move
lot of
on.
hate. Anyway, speaking of Drake, we could talk about his buddy Meek Mill. So Meek, honestly,
Word.
this tweet that he tweeted really, really like hurt me. Like when he was just like, "Yo, I'm tired of being on probation. I've been on this like my whole adult life, 11 years." Yo, I never even thought about that. This man has been on probation for 11 years.
It's fucked up. That's how they trap niggas in the system, man. That's how they trap young
Yup.
African Americans, man. They get you early
Exactly.
for making a mistake as a child. You're a child. 11 years ago, he was not an adult. Like, G
Yeah.
shit, and they'll
When he was
penalize you for the
18,
rest of
literally
your life.
when he
They'll
was
keep you in the system
18.
the rest of your life. That's the way
That's
for them
so
to trap you.
sad.
You just systematically keep us down.
What is what?
Shouldn't be on probation for that.
What is he working on? I don't know the specifics of what he's working on with Jay-Z, the Patriots owner, 76ers owner. I don't know the specifics, but I know it's like a criminal reform. Do you know, like...
So it's just a reform. They're just trying to start just a reform for prisoners. So basically just a whole organization around that. I don't know as far as like getting into like the White House and like really getting into like law per se, how they're going to go about that. But it's just basically shedding light on specific inmates, specific situations, and just reforming it from the inside out. So, you know, just using their celebrity and using their status to let these cases like, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Centonia Brown, who just got off, the woman who literally, just from us reposting and talking about it on the internet, got her freedom because she was in jail for killing her rapist. She was in jail since she was like 16. And now after like 11, 12 years, she's finally being released. They haven't set a release date yet, but so basically they're just going to be using their celebrity and their status to just get people out of situations.
Well, that sounds dope. That sounds dope. And the fact that all four of them and whoever else is involved with that project, my hat's off. You know what I'm saying? Once again, another power move by Hove, a power move by Meek, and a power move with everyone associated with that. I think that shit is fire. Like,
so I want to harken back to the last podcast or a conversation we had about Meek Mill. We said like you didn't feel like he matured as an artist. Mm-hmm. You still feel about that? You still feel the same way?
I feel like he's just being directed by a very good, like he's around a very influential person who's basically Jay-Z took him under his wing. So how I felt, I still feel like that's separate of what my thinking was, because now I see like, you know, he's like, you know, he's even saying it like, bro, I'm in luncheons with billionaires now. Like I'm sitting with Jay-Z. So honestly, I put my head, like I literally salute Jay because I really feel like he saw something in Meek and he's really trying to hone in and turn him into the businessman.
but to piggyback off of what you said, what Black asked you is, do you see the growth, right? You asked him, do you...
And that's what I'm kind of saying. It's not more so that I see growth, because this is just something happening very fast. Like out of jail, now he's doing this. I have to see the growth within him, but I see that he's making the right moves with the people he's around.
But those moves that he's making, those are indicative of the growth, right?
Not in his music, I don't think.
Not necessarily. Just because somebody took you under their wing doesn't mean you grew.
But you gotta want to. You're searching for that, you know. Like
if you're a rapper, you wouldn't be searching from that.
But a lot of people think about someone that on a Jay-Z stature. He's not just gonna look back.
I'm not trying to say that. Meek's character, he's probably a great person. And Jay sees something in him and he's trying to hone that into something. This has no knock against Meek. I'm not talking about Meek's as a person. I'm talking about Meek growth-wise in music and all that. It's too soon to be saying Meek grew. Meek, oh my God, Meek's so...
I think when he got out of jail, when you listen to the last album, Championships, he was saying some ideas that were some forward thinking. And it's proven that while he was in that cell, he had some time to reflect. He had some time to really process on where he was, on what the system's really doing to him, and what it's doing to other people. He has bars where he's talking about, like, he's able to check his family just because he has money. Now, what about the people who don't have money? All right, bet. So he's thinking about things he's never really thought before, and then he came out, he's linking with these people, he's trying to do these things. He even said in a Breakfast Club interview, he's not trying to be the voice, but he's in a different part of his life where jail really opened that eyes for him, like, especially seeing a black judge that didn't want him to win. He's taking all these things and he's processing them. And I think as growth, from the grow is you take in your information and then you do something with that.
But
and
that wasn't the conversation we had.
But I think, the whole conversation is he growing as an artist?
Yeah.
And I think even in his content, it's not even just the same. Like,
I agree.
In my opinion, like when I hear certain people with the same content that don't change, that's like people like Nicki. Like Nicki's content don't change. She don't grow to me. Like it's the same Nicki I've been listening to. But Meek, you heard this last album, he's in a different space. Like it's not saying he's not talking about whatever, but he's grown. Like he's changed. Like he's changed. His music's changed.
Y'all ain't heard what's free?
That's good.
Y'all ain't heard what's free? Y'all bugging?
It's not that I'm not saying that he's not growing as a person. To me, it's just a different stage of life. I think, he just got out of jail. These are things that I feel like are not so off when, like, he's a celebrity who got put in a fucked up situation. We see Gucci. We see a lot of this happening. Like it's a different. That's what I'm not saying they didn't grow, but Gucci's music didn't really grow.
Yeah, it did.
Just because you start talking
Yeah,
about
Gucci's music grew. But you
but
got.
it's just a different state of what they're talking. Okay, honestly, we're just gonna be arguing about definitions of what I'm trying to say, like of meanings that you might not. Definitions of things of growth. Because to me, just because you come out of a different situation, and maybe you're around people that are making you go thinking a different way. Yes, that's growth. Meaning like you did get out of a situation and you're growing to try to better yourself. But I'm saying it's too soon to just be putting all this like, yeah, he's about to be the next revolution. Like I don't think he's we don't know that yet. He's just being aligned with the right people right now, and hopefully he makes the right decisions.
So you're saying it's more good influences at the moment than it is me growing as an artist.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I give him another album or two before that.
Yeah. Before we can say that, because it's being set up perfectly. He got out of jail. Jay took him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's really trying to.
Does he have to do something super monumental to have grown? Like
It's
not even about. Okay, so when y'all say grown, what did he not grow in what aspect?
I think it's more about like a conversation of like Meek's music kind of sounds the same. Like he does have a what's free verse, so he does speak about those things a little bit more in depth, but it's not a far cry away from his audience. Like he still has Going Bad. He still got the Uptown vibes. You feel what I'm saying? So as I think what Luce was clarifying and what Alex is saying is like, let's wait for the next album to see if his sound really changes to cater to this new persona and influences he's around.
But to be honest with you, I hear what you're saying, and I feel everything that you're saying. But you could say that, and this album showed that exactly what you said. This album presented that. This album was monumental. Hold on, this album was monumental. This album, when I listened to this album, I heard a changed man. I heard a hunger. Like I heard Meek from Dream Chasers 1. Like when Nappy, everyone always says the Nappy Braid Meek. I heard that nigga in the booth. I'm telling you, the
artist too, like that trauma.
He grew.
That Trauma record.
I think, and you know what I also think is a huge thing that is causing you guys, I guess, not to be aligned with Meek a little bit, is the fact that you guys probably didn't listen to him a lot. When you what I'm saying? You guys probably haven't grew with his music.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, say what you're saying.
Don't get twisted. Like, I thought this was the album that did it for me. This is the first Meek album that I've listened to. And it's like, yo, I fuck with this album. Yeah. There's a couple, Meek shit in the trash. Meek shit. Now, like, Meek stuff in the past, I wasn't really feeling too much. This is the one that made me bring up that conversation. Like, has he matured as an artist? Yeah. And I understand what Alex is saying. I respect the difference. For me, that's that album, but I also do understand why you would have to wait another album to be convinced. Okay. I think she's just not convinced yet. So I understand that.
Gotcha.
Different perspective. Someone who's been with Meek, bumping Meek, this is from what
that
I've heard
nigga
from the
said
past,
took a broken home and made a smile of it. Really though, that was the first Dream Chaser Won't Stop record. That should touch my heart when I heard that shit. Like, so to be from here to now, come on, it's growth.
I gotta see. He gotta give me another album or two for me to be fully convinced. I really gotta see that because if you're around the right people and things are aligning, you could give me something that's good, but I gotta see if that's really what you're about. And I don't think I'm convinced that Meek is. I'm not trying to say he's supposed to be Jay as in like a revolutionary and stuff. Because like you said on The Breakfast Club, I seen that interview too. He said, I'm not trying to be that. But I'm not convinced he's going to lead this generation the way people like Cole, Kendrick. Like, I don't see that for him. I don't see him moving. What?
Is that growth?
I'm not saying that's growth. I'm saying moving a culture. I don't see that him doing that.
You don't want to.
The way.
Yeah, he said it himself. He said he don't want to do that shit. Like Meek trying to just protect his family, feed his family. Like, he not trying to.
He's just going and he's giving awareness to a situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Felonies, he ain't no role model.
We ball. We ball.
He's moving in the right direction.
He is.
That's the general point.
Most definitely.
No, definitely. Definitely.
That's beautiful.
Nah, this was a great episode. I think we talked about some black excellence.
Word.
Talked about some shenanigans. Honestly, Soulja Boy, even though I think everything you did was straight shenanigans and a lot of, nonsense, You are a businessman.
He's talking
And
stuff.
you,
Yeah,
definitely,
see, and
you
that's
definitely are a
talking.
businessman.
That's the thing. Though. He's a businessman, and at the end of the day, no one could deny that there was a vacuum after 6ix9ine left, and Soulja Boy said, "Okay, it's my time. It's my time to make my
Gucci
comeback
headband.
now." Like,
Gucci headband, right on it.
Trap one time.
two
Yo,
times.
cue us out.
Now we that's what we closing out with.
You gotta cue us out.
This is Jones shit right here. We support black-owned business, Soulja.
Honestly,
We support black-owned
Verizon,
business.
Sprint, T-Mobile, hop on this track. Make this your commercial song, bro.
Come on, Soulja.
And cut me a check.
Oh, I'm black.
Shit.
Damn.
That's it. That's all, folks.
Thank you for rocking with us. It says a lot if you ain't fucking with us. Episode 2 of Pass the Off.
Stay
We'll see
tuned
you
to be
guys.
tuned out. You hear
Stay
me?
tuned, baby.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for staying tuned. Peace and blessings.
Blessings.
That's a
Good?
wrap, though.
Let's get the fuck out of here.